Copy that, thank you.
Alright, so Sean, I got you right on top of target 2 basically from your, yeah, like 15 meters out, so I don't see anything here.
Copy.
Maybe we'll do like a peek up and starboard, but
yeah, we can do a full swing.
Yeah, and then
starting to get pretty far out there, probably.
Copy. I'll maintain this distance. I'll just rotate.
Nothing sonar yet.
We'll do our due diligence and do a nice swing. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, I've selected the next waypoint. It's moving from Sirius. Something basically due south, I think is the next move.
RV nav bridge, move complete.
Move complete, thanks Bridge.
Copy.
Copy that, due south.
We just look north, just
yeah,
to be certain. See if anything comes up on the sonar. It's all flat here, and it's no sonar targets.
Understood.
I'd call that good.
Yeah.
Rotating port, and I think we can call it. Yeah, head to the main target now.
Yeah, it's directly south from Sirius.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't see anything in this area.
Yeah, maybe it's like a big rock under the sand or something.
Yeah.
That the backscatter picked up. Or
okay, pilot, I'm gonna wait till you get a little bit farther to port before I start swinging.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Pilot copies, coming port.
ship is stationary.
Copy.
I'm looking up at you at 2-3.
Copy. Coming down slope 2, so that should help. Rotator angle. Do a final pass. Wait over target 2.
Okay, I'm going to start rotating.
Copy.
Okay, I'm going to haul in a little bit. Okay, we're right at the edge of the tether now.
Copy that. Back up a little bit. Keep my rear aimed at you.
Okay, I'm going to haul in a bit. Starting to get up pretty close to the...
Copy. As I go down, the tether hopefully should sink.
Alright, starting to get the target in your port side of your sonar there.
Copy.
Still coming about to 180.
Copy.
Yeah, if you want to line up on that sonar target, I suspect it's 180, but we'll see what you actually get.
Okay, that's 180 for Sirius. I think now we're getting tugged. It's pulling me over to
Copy.
farther.
Want to back up to co-pilot.
Okay, I'm rotating down with the rotator.
How's that look?
That's a lot better.
All right. Zoom on this.
There it is. Alright.
Video quick zoom. Just looks like a piece of wood.
Nice return on sonar.
Roger that.
Yeah, it just looks like wood. Come on.
When it starts to get dark and the fish show up. Amen. Doesn't look like geologic.
Sirius rotator is at 4.5 right now, so we're pretty much standard flight.
Copy. So nav, what's the plan?
Alright, so that's a pretty hard return. We'll slowly approach, I think.
Copy, so we're just going to keep going forward.
Yeah, so it's, what direction you like? 180 is pretty good?
South is great, yeah. I'm at the end of my tether, so this is about all we can get right now.
30 meters
Well,
would
in
be okay?
geology, that's called a contact.
Or less?
It's like that would
Just
bring Sirius right to the target.
do like
In
20,
archaeology, I
25?
think it's called a
Bridge
call.
is RV now.
Go ahead, RV nav.
Yeah, like move 20 meters, bearing 180 degrees, speed decimal 2.
Okay, 20 meters, bearing 180, speed decimal 2.
Good copy.
So there's a fight going on. More trash. Video, let's do a quick zoom. See if there's anything
Move
with
initiated.
that.
Close up on that on that object
Trash.
in the foreground
Fish.
that they seem to be moving away from.
Alright, video,
Lots
come
of
on.
beer cans. No, that bar-like thing, kind of interesting. I don't think it's organic.
Okay, but I'm just going to hang here until you come up. 'Cause I
Copy.
see them pretty still far out.
I'm going to rotate up real quick,
Copy.
try and get a look ahead.
Alright, let's see here. Hard target's basically straight ahead of you right now at a range of 40 meters.
Interesting. Where do all the beer cans come?
For now, about 40 meters from the hard target.
That's in front of high pack target though, right?
Yeah.
You should have a little bit of tether now, pilot.
Copy. Start to push forward. It's so cloudy down here. Alright, looking port. Target should be dead ahead. Video quick zoom. Just looks like more trash though. Yeah. Copy, come on.
So is this just like debris that's deposited from the Gulf Stream? That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like this area might just kind of be a little trough that's protected from the current. So you got a bunch of vendors cans.
ROV nav bridge, move complete.
Move complete, thanks, Bridge.
Alright. That target should be dead ahead. This looks like it's just a slope though. Not actually anything physical.
Alright, Bud, so that move's complete. Would you like me to call another one in due south? 20 meters at least? Or?
Yes, I'm looking. So the target for me is 170.
Okay.
But yeah, due south or
From Sirius?
yeah.
Alright. Bridges is RV nav.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they can move, same as the last one. Range 20 meters, bearing 180 degrees, speed decimal 2.
Okay, 20 meters, bearing 180, speed decimal 2.
It's a good copy.
Yeah, that's a hard target in the sonar feed on the camera 3. A nice straight line.
ROV nav, bridge, move initiated.
Move initiated. Thanks, Bridge.
If the soft bottom is making Sirius's altitude kind of go in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so you can see 20 meters out and then 40 meters out. You're either looking over it or can't see, probably, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Gonna rotate up.
Copy. And now keep an eye on Mini Zeus 2 for
Yeah,
us.
absolutely. Could try like rotating up and looking in the dark abyss and see what you see too. Maybe.
Video, is there any way to see if we can see any further on main HD on D2? Just for a second. Yeah, copy that. Come back.
Yeah, it's a pretty straight feature. See that on your sonar?
Yeah.
It's only 15 meters out too.
So that's a 3-5 pilot. And Sirius's rotator.
Copy.
Pretty turbid water here, huh? Okay. Ship's got maybe 5 meters left in the move. This is a very hard, very abrupt return on your sonar. Very close to you too, 10 meters. Slightly to your port.
Looks like a couple things are coming into view.
Send one ping, only one ping.
Maybe a rock wall.
Peeking out, I have a little bit of tether left.
ROV nav, bridge, move complete.
I'm going to zoom
Move
in
complete.
sonar for a
Thanks,
sec.
Bridge. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. Ranging in, there's 50 meters.
Copy. Video, do a partial zoom. You can hold that. Just looks like.
That doesn't look like sugar.
Come wide video.
No.
Just looks like a natural wall.
Or tar volcano.
Yeah, this doesn't look like anything.
Deciding right now if we want to go up and over or if we want to go around it.
I think we can just go up and over. Let me see how tall it is.
Yeah.
Because Sirius is barely picking it up.
Yeah. I think, yeah, there's Sirius picked it up now.
Yeah, about 30 meters away.
But it looks like Sirius can see over it though, right?
To me, yeah.
You know?
So I bet we could
I can at least get you 10
at
meters.
least go closer,
Yeah,
yeah.
get you 10 meters closer, and then that'll give you more tether to explore a little bit. Bridges RV nav.
Go ahead, RV nav.
Yeah, I'd like to move
behind this wall.
range 10
where it
meters, bearing 180, speed decimal 2.
10 meters, bearing 180, speed decimal 2.
So, Leslie,
Looking at you at 30.
RV nav, bridge move initiated.
Copy.
Move initiate, thanks, Bridge.
Or the biologist when you need them.
yeah, or geologist.
You got one. I'm fascinated by this rubble.
Closer. See if you can, make sure you can see over it.
Great. Is that...
But I
Sirius probably
recognize
closer.
a
Sirius
lot
has
of
stopped.
the organisms
Because I'm at the end of my
that
tether. So
they
10
were
meters isn't
describing
going to
on
find
the other
too much
dives
more.
seem to be
Bridges RV nav.
attaching to this substrate, which is pretty cool.
Go ahead, RV nav.
Yeah, let's change the range on that to 20.
Okay, so that's. I'll add another 10.
Perfect.
Okay.
Watch
thanks.
lead. Did you call pilot? Yeah. Video. Going for zoom. We did it when we get to the base of the wall, but yeah, it just looks...
Just
like-
quick zooms, yeah.
Hold that video. Just kind of scan it. Some trash.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Video come wide. So where are we relative to target, or is this the target?
I think this is pretty much. Let's see. I don't know. I think once we go up and over, we'll know.
Yeah.
But the target could be like sitting on this. If that makes sense.
Yeah, copy.
Or like on the leeward side of it or something. So we'll just, if you look at the high pack, it's this big
Sort of
mound.
see over it too in D2.
Okay.
Hello? Oh, hey, Andy. I didn't recognize your return before you came. Oh, that explains.
Well, you don't know until you go look.
RV nav bridge, move complete.
Move complete. Thanks, Bridge.
Alright, moves complete.
Copy. Just want to keep pushing this way. I'm still kind of at the end of my tether.
Okay.
So we can keep going, but if so, we need another move.
Yeah, you only 30 or 20?
We can just do another 20 if we keep this direction.
Understood.
Sounds good.
Bridges is RV now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they can move same as last. 20 meters, bearing 180 degrees, speed decimal 2.
Okay, 20 meters, bring 180, speed decimal 2.
It's a good copy.
Way out in front now, pilot.
Copy. Come back a sec.
Move initiated.
Move initiated. Thanks, Bridge.
Hey, Washburn, go ahead. We can, yeah. Video, you want to do a quick sonar prep?
We have another species.
And that's a Rochinia crab that we've seen lots of times over the past few days, and a Eumundida picta squat lobster with the red claws on top of the rock.
Alright, video. Go ahead, come wide. Nice colored fish.
Yes. That's definitely the Anthias.
Yes, my highest contour is 330. You're at 3. Guess you have a.
And maybe a zoom on the conger eel underneath the rock, please?
Yeah. Watch sheets, have we transitioned to fish and biology and such? Or are we still looking for... copy that. As long as that's part of the goal, we can definitely do that. Did you want eel? So video come in if it peeks back out. Looks like he's hiding though. Alright, video come wide. It's tucked in there. So we're up pretty much almost, I guess, 10 meters to max depth.
Yeah, max altitude. Could try.
Is the auxiliary point next target location after this?
There's two options. Actually, I kind of see three. There's the aux is way out here. I'll talk to Bobby. Yeah. Just looking at backscatter, I do see some like additional hard returns here. See these whiter spots here. Maybe if we come up, turn to starboard, and then explore these. If we don't get further.
Do we want to go forward anymore though? Or is this?
If we're at the top, yeah.
We're almost. I mean, there's another bump ahead.
Okay.
There's more slope. So I don't know if we want to keep going.
Yeah, I would say so.
You want to do another 20 meters then?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think we just came to a stop. Bridge, this is RV nav.
Go ahead, RV nav.
Yeah, they can move 20 meters, bearing 180 degrees, speed decimal 2.
20 meters, bearing 180, speed decimal 2.
That's good copy.
And what we're looking at is a very steep face of crumbled rock where it's hard to tell without a specimen what it is, but it looks like sort of this where the mudstones have become compacted and slightly consolidated, maybe not totally lithified into solid rock, and they've crumbled and fallen down this steeper slope and serving as hard substrate for several or many anemones, and also great habitat with the nooks and crannies for a lot of black-bellied roach
after
fish.
this, because we came up such slope, would we come up and transit that, or?
We've also seen conger eels that have been hiding underneath the rocks, and the pink and yellow fish that we've seen several of are probably anthias.
550 meters.
Okay, you're right
And
at the edge of the
orange.
We would conclude that the multi-beam sonar image is geologic.
No, we still have a little farther to go to see if there's something on top of this.
Yeah, shot this video. Go to the top of this. You're going to turn right. Just go explore this area.
Copy. Hey, Washwan, go ahead. Which one? There's the bigger one? Copy. Video, come on in.
Not sure what this fish is. Probably some kind of hake would be my guess, but this is different than what we've seen so far, but we're substantially shallower.
Video, go to the tail. Back to the head. All right, watch leader, you happy with that?
That's great, thank you.
All right, video, go ahead, come wide. approaching. Let's see, we're at depth 331.
So pretty much, let's see here. We'll get to the top, and then we'll turn to the right here, and then we'll kind of check this area out until we get further direction. Looks like that move is complete. You want another one?
I might reach the top here. Stand by.
Copy that, and then you can.
Yeah, I'm looking at shed 4-5 right now, pilot, so you've got some tether.
Very thin rocks here. Like it's like a crust or something that broke up.
And then about 328. This looks like the top to me.
Yeah. Looks like more just a rocky substrate up here judging by your sonar, right? Nothing sticking out.
We had Jason Chater of the U.S. Geological Survey write to us that this area is in the head wall area of the Cape Lookout landslide.
All right, so now we just want to transit.
Not necessarily saying this is the site of the landslide, I believe, but this area has had evidence as old as 2,000 or 10,000 years plus earlier, and that it may be related to that, maybe a site of detachment. We approached this feature from a very long scour that, you know, if it has a steep wall, then material is being eroded away and cut into and causing these different layers of rock to fall off, break off and fall into the scour.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like it's flying a little bit more to your starboard there, and then go that way. Along the ridge there.
So that's the edge.
And he writes that the toe of it, of this landslide, it's very, very large, is in greater than 4 kilometers of water, so it would be a broad scale area. So this
rubber mat
portion itself is not the landslide to which he refers, but it may be related to that larger scale.
Coming in, large object. Yeah, looks like one of those exercise mats.
Looks like one of those rubber floor mats.
Yeah.
You can come wide video.
Additional trash.
Well, Leslie, it's very interesting geologically. I know it's a bummer.
I know. We're trying to make the best of what we're seeing. I think this is the first dive where I have not wanted to see geology.
Well, that's what we got.
Well, we're not giving up yet.
Okay, so
No.
we got to the top of the slope.
A bit of a surprise.
The name of exploration, you know, sometimes
and just kind of travel starboard a little bit.
A shipwreck, sometimes you have a pile of
So
rock.
I'm get a ship move in because I'm at the
It doesn't really explain the water column disturbance that was mapped. So that's why I'm still hopeful there's something there that is just out of our view. But even on the sonar right now, we're not seeing anything of significance.
We've been doing 20-meter bumps.
Yeah, I think you should back towards Sirius a little bit.
Yeah, I'll show you the edge that we just climbed.
Yeah, go ahead and back up. We're getting some heaves and stretched out.
Yeah, I'm backing up.
Okay.
This is called ground truthing of remotely sensed data.
And then, let's see.
Roger that.
Edge is pretty much right there. That's the slope we just came up.
Okay.
Wow, that is definitely a steep slope there.
So I thought it was just kind of travel this edge.
Okay, so I'll turn my head.
Are you inclined to take a rock sample?
Hopefully Nav can kind of put you.
I certainly am, but I'm waiting to see what else we want to make sure we're not missing anything on the archaeological side before we take the time to do a sediment or a rock sample. But we will
Nav, what do you think?
likely do that.
Yeah, I think let's send Sirius 221.
A lot of rock.
220.
Copy. You keep backing up.
Yes, there's a lot of rock
meters.
underneath all the sediment drape that we were covering too. It's just been exposed here.
Starboard to bring you closer to Sirius.
Copy.
Can we get a quick zoom on the fish that's almost center right now? Just to the left. Oh, actually, there are a couple more even in the foreground.
Yeah.
Time for zoom. All right. Video, go for zoom.
They have beautiful caudal fins.
Yeah, that's Anthias.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And an Okeanos urchin, perhaps. And our laser beams are 10 centimeters apart, so it's about the main part of his body is about 20 centimeters, and his tail almost doubles that. His caudal fin.
It's like golden ribbons.
Beautiful.
Is that all you need, wash shades?
Could you lose the lasers?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
All right.
Sure.
And a pencil urchin on the left. Sideros.
From wide video.
Or Sideros.
So what's our general bearing, Bobby?
I was going to send us 220, but I think 22 should just come all the way in, back to Sirius.
Okay.
Wow, look at all the Anthias. I've never seen this many in one place before.
Let's hang out here.
This is great habitat for smaller fish. They have lots of overhanging ledges that they can
not on the top,
hide under.
Correct.
Nooks and crannies.
So I'm just going to turn my head to keep the tether out of my face. Maybe back up.
Sounds good.
What's our depth?
We're at 327 meters.
Coming down a little bit as you get closer.
Thank you.
Sure.
Our tether should equalize a little better. Tilting down. Coming down in altitude a bit.
There's only a few rock layers that still seem in place, and the lower left of the screen now is more of a horizontally oriented ledge. Most of these slabs that we're looking at have broken from being undermined by erosion, and so they end up with a overhanging rocky piece, and that eventually detaches and slides down the slope.
I thought you meant you don't want to look. You want to travel along the slope, not the...
Well, for now, I just want to look across the slope.
The rocks are not formed typically in this
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where your head was.
sloped orientation.
So I'm just coming down slowly and letting the tether sink a little bit. It's kind of right beside me here.
I'd say keep backing.
Keep backing. That I can do.
There's another large fish in the lower right of the screen. Might be another of the conger eels.
Looks like the current's kind of blowing toward D2 there.
Trying to get a little bit
Scott
of
Harris from the College of Charleston suggested that we could expect the scour area to cut down into the thin layers of partially indurated materials, or the strata, and the induration means that the water's been squeezed out, so they're more cohesive or closer to being consolidated, and that leaves the rubble and debris on this deflating surface. So.
So I'm looking down at 65.
So
erosion and undercutting of rock layers that cause them to break off from gravity.
We're kind of switching to bio mode.
Copy.
It is interesting how nearly vertical this area is, and a lot of the continental slope areas have huge detachments that end up having very nearly vertical scarps, and as Jason Chater suggested, this is close to one of those large ones, a very large submarine landslide that is estimated at having occurred about more than 10,000 years ago.
All right, Mr. Unima. We're going to take our time going up this slope. I was telling Sean I'd like to see the lights of Sirius illuminating D2's foam pack, as we would in normal configuration.
All right. So in biology mode now?
Yep, biology and geology. We're going to take some zooms as requested.
Can we do a quick zoom on the rock right near the lasers, right?
Yeah.
At this point? That one looks a little less sediment covered. And we'll try to get a slab of this one once we can settle somewhere.
Watch, would you like to sample?
These rocks
here?
appear to be
So he's
where sediments have been consolidated, and then they're probably from being near the surface a long period of time, and iron oxides and maybe iron manganese oxides have precipitated out of the seawater to make that black encrusting material that helps to hold it together.
Video. Pilot's clear.
Pilot, if this is a possible collection site, that would be, but I didn't know if it was. It's so vertical.
Yeah, I think so. Is that? What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, you could do it. You push forward and I'll see how the tether stretches out. Maybe get a move toward you.
Yeah, we'd also get some of the biota from it, so that would be a good sample if it's not too large.
Understood.
And pilots check for fishing line. I've seen some evidence
I
of
have
it.
an unhappy crab there.
Understood. Video.
Okay.
Did you guys happen to copy any of that?
We can't hear dry lab.
Understood.
Go ahead.
So we cannot touch bottom yet.
Oh, okay.
We have to stand by.
Well, in that case, why don't you...
okay, EX is out of broadcast.
Well, let's hold here. If that's the sample they want, we can move Sirius closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's the particular rock they want, we can do that. So, do you want to just move Sirius like at I mean, we could do 180, just like 10 meters or something.
Roger, watch lead. So you're not partial necessarily to that particular rock.
You can come down if you want to, Dan, right?
Down. I gotta do it slowly so the tether sinks and doesn't get over the top of me.
Okay.
Dry lab, you're all set.
Tilting my camera down.
Colorful fish.
That's a squid.
Cool. Oh, wow. Whole school of them swimming by.
Yeah, we're looking better now, Levi.
Understood.
Looking like a 180. Looking down at you at 75 degrees. Tether's happy. It's kind of blowing off to our starboard side. We're looking good.
Video, you can frame up the fish. Hold that. Okay, video, you can come wide when you're happy.
There's some line on the right, on the
Co-pilot, what do you think about a move almost directly to starboard? Move you guys along the slope a little bit.
Video, you can frame up the fish
Yeah.
looking at us.
It's fine.
So with
what direction are you thinking?
My goal being trying to get kind of back over here where the sharpest backscatter is located.
Okay. So what bearing is that?
And I would move you just 10, 20 meters just to your right.
Like perpendicular?
Yeah, kind of.
270?
Yeah, so that you can turn 45, kind of face a little bit ahead, a little bit
so that's
to the slope, like we typically do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'm probably going to face more into the slope than not, just because the tether is kind of blown in that direction.
Video, let's zoom in on this surface here. Seems to have an odd texture.
So,
yeah,
that's fine.
Water bottle.
Must be modern trash. Oh, it's a water bottle. You can come out.
So Nav wants to move us at 270, 10 to 20 meters, so you'll want to kind of saddle along with me and not get too far ahead.
Understood. Coming to starboard.
Stand by one.
There's a stalk center lower.
This what you're thinking, Dan? Just kind of following this contour?
I think that's what Bobby's plan was.
Understood.
Sounds like they're trying to figure out about going up to the top again.
Video, you can frame up fish.
Tilting up. You've moved ahead, and I'm looking at you 40 degrees now.
Understood.
Sounds like they're doing biogeo, so I'm going to do that 10 to 270.
So Levi, I think when we do this move, you'll want to come back towards Sirius, and then we'll scoot over together.
Bridge,
Charlie,
ROV
come
nav.
out. You can zoom out video.
Go ahead, RV nav.
Thanks.
Can I get a ship move, please?
Sure.
Just 10 meters, bearing 270 degrees at 0.2.
10 meters, bearing 270, speed decimal 2.
Good copy, thank you.
ROV nav bridge, move initiated.
Thank you, Bridge.
So that was 270, Bobby? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to tilt down to 50 degrees, and if you kind of center yourself up in my frame.
Go ahead,
it should be
Dry Lab.
comfortable.
So yeah, you're essentially laterally to starboard.
Understood,
Yeah.
Dry Lab. Can you clarify what you mean other side of
The
this
slope's
scour?
kind of going away, so if you're to follow that contour, you're going to get stretched out.
Yeah.
So coming back and going deeper, be more comfortable.
Understood.
Go ahead.
Looks good, Levi.
Roger. Yep. So you want to check the bump at the top. Okay. Yeah, there's not much of a base to go around, but we'll drive through the entire area.
And we approached, it was almost, it was several hundreds of meters, and then this wall was in front of us. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like a shipwreck, but it's a very different kind of habitat than what we've seen.
Roger.
With all these broken rock fragments, which would in part explain the acoustic strong return that we saw instead of the sound bouncing off of mud. It was bouncing off of these harder rocky surfaces. So we got a high intensity of return. Yeah, let's do a quick zoom, please.
Thank you, Bridge. Move complete.
Leslie, do we have a depth on that scour?
A depth on the scour itself? 380 maybe? I'm not sure. I don't have the map in front of me, but.
Okay.
So pilots, they want us to move uphill and go around the bump at the top.
Copy that. Nav.
I guess we landed at our first landing on bottom was at 362.
Yeah, you can come wide. We'll start making our way uphill.
I'm just going to acquire the slope here.
Turning to port with you. To go up and explore the top. Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Understood.
And Tammy Frank has written in that Tracy Sutton was briefly looking over her shoulder And Tracy said that the pretty yellow-pink fish was an
155.
anthine grouper, and the scorpion fish were helicolinus. That was the larger.
Helicolineus.
Helicolineus, okay.
And that the other fish is Anthias woodsi, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd like to keep you
Anthias woodsi, okay.
below me, then stretch out ahead, just because the way the tether is.
There's another one there, going into his cave, or at least peeking under someone else's cave.
You do 15 meters, in case they want a sample or something here.
15 meters, 160.
So this
there is some
rocky slab rubble wall we've been climbing.
Bridge, ROV nav.
Has some
Ship move,
significant
please.
relief with about
5 meters, bearing
I would guess
160 degrees.
60 to 70 degrees of slope.
5 meters, bearing 160, speed decimal 2.
Good copy, thank you.
Cancer crab.
Can we zoom in on the crab, please?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Video's coming on the crab.
ROV nav bridge, move initiated.
Thank you, Bridge.
Genus Cancer. Like some meaty claws. Although he's not very big, his carapace is only about 10 centimeters across. Looks like a pycnogonid on the, what is that, a hydroid?
Yeah.
So you had that monofilament right below you. You don't want to come down too much.
I think it's below me now.
We're seeing some of these beautiful white anemones. They seem to be dominating the landscape. You can see at the top of the screen, too, looks like mud in the background that's somewhat consolidated and has been bored into by, probably by boring mollusks that are able to work their way into the underlying rock material. You can see it outcropping right in front of the crab. So that may be more of the local material, and these rock slabs may have been broken off and fallen from above. It's pretty hard to tell. But if the underlying substrate under these slabs of rock is this kind of material, it might help explain why it's so nearly vertical. The mudstones and well, they're not completely solidified into rock, but the indurated, compacted muds tend to give more vertical or steeper slopes because they are actually pretty resistant to erosion as compared to if you had a pile of the calcareous shell material that had been indurated.
All right. Pilot's clear and video's clear.
I was hoping for
That's
a
great,
little
pilot.
interaction
Thanks.
there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Then they both kind of stopped.
Yeah.
And lots of the black belly rosefish you see in the center screen.
Coming up.
Maybe we could take a quick zoom on him. We've seen so many of them, but
Snap-on fish.
we haven't actually looked in
Can
detail.
come in on the black belly.
We've seen these in other dives ranging in these depths. Very common on the shelf and shelf edge.
Yeah.
And I've learned that the name black belly rosefish comes from if the skin is removed